Yeah, this feels like a week 7 thing. All right, so for the main assignment for this week, I think this is actually pretty much the last weekly assignment that you have. That's just random, unrelated to your final kind of assignment, which I'm sure will make some of you very happy and others maybe not so much. Yeah.
Would you say to save us? Because I got it there.
Oh, hot dang. Savior, just select the ring itself, and save it as an OBJ. Just do export selection, and for the file type, do OBJ. File type OBJ. If you don't see it, get back to me and I'll do that after we do assignments. But yeah, so this week's assignment is specifically, you're going to take the smooth model that you made last week and texture said model. Basically, more or less the same assignment specs as everything else. It would seem that I didn't specifically note it, but I would like the same, at least 2 different maps of your, or map 2 different channels of your thing. So again, color or bump, roughness or bump, whatever. More than welcome to do more if you want to. For this week specifically, I would very much like to see, and I'll probably go in and add this into the assignment so it says it more explicitly, but I would like to see custom-made textures for all of the maps instead of just sort of grabbing a generic metal texture and just sort of throwing it on the model. Because that was more the goal of last week's assignment, but I don't think I specifically said that. So there was a lot of sort of random internet maps just thrown on. But I do want to make sure that people have practice going through and actually designing textures based off UVs. I'll do a little bit more with that today in class if we have time. And then the other specific part of this assignment, which I wanted to, I guess, explicitly bring up is please do apply the crits from this week's models. In case anyone hasn't noticed, I've been attaching little video feedbacks onto people's assignments. And if you download that and look at that, I'll usually bring up specific stuff there's n-gons here, this is how you might improve this area, that kind of stuff. So actually making those, at least some of those mods that are mentioned is actually kind of built in as part of this week's assignment. So I will be salty if I get the exact same model with a texture on it if there was specific texture flaws that I pointed out, or specific model flaws that I pointed out. Any questions about that? All right. In terms of the pre-production assignment, basically just there's nothing to specifically tell you to keep working on your model. Please keep working on your model. Just take my word for it, it will make your life so much easier if you find out you have issues now instead of week 9 when you then have to still UV and texture your stuff. Crunch time finals week sucks. I'm sure you guys know all this already. But anyway, so this is specifically what I'll show you guys a little bit how to do in class. But you're gonna photograph a background. Basically, it's going to be a surface that your CG object is going to sit on. If you had a blender, probably doing a kitchen counter or something like that would make sense. That kind of thing. And then you're just going to set up your image in your scene and block in some geometry to provide shadows. So when you render it, you'll get shadows from the object on the counter, that kind of stuff. And then just render your rough model from week 6 or whatever the most up-to-date version of your model is. You're going to render that and put it in your background just really roughly. And again, I'll show you guys how to do that. I do actually have a quick example of that that I can show you guys really quick. But are there any specific questions about this assignment? All right. So for the record, it would be your final thing is probably going to be something like this. This is just my desk. I took this picture of my desk, and this is a weird little 3D model that I made, and I just rendered it into the background. So I'll show you guys how to do this today with same model. I'm doing a different background because this was a royal terror to do. If you want to do it, I actually have full tutorials live or real time of me making this entire thing and also copy it in the background if you're bored and want to watch it for like 8 hours. But yeah, so again, if anyone has questions about these assignments, just stop me. If not, I'm just going to jump in and show you guys how to start like blocking in some of that basic geometry.